Alright, getting ready to play another game of Dugout Steps. It's the 21st of July, 1980. Today we have the Texas Rangers visiting the Boston Red Sox. Getting opening throws here, so I'm getting everything together. And change our league back to 1980. And do the game setup. Yes, we were looking at 7211980, and we will have Texas Rangers with John Matlack pitching against the Boston Red Sox. Okay, now we're all loaded up for our score sheet. We see here that the Rangers are 44 and 46, and the Red Sox are 40-49. Should be an interesting game. Eckersley and Matlack squaring off. Eckersley 6-7 with a 5.20 ERA, getting beat up a little bit this season. And Matlack is 8-5 with a 3.18 ERA. We'll move this out of the way as we set up our lineups. And you see it's a still overcast day. So we're going to get the clear sky. Oh, not clear sky. Slightly overcast. And then still. And we really don't need them. That's for aesthetic purposes only. Everything I have in here will remember that. So we will go to the main screen here, and let me get that formula bar out of there. I was using that for something else, don't need it here. And start filling in lineup positions. In the top of the first, we will have Mickey Rivers in center field. He's doesn't have a very good range, but he does have a good arm. That'll bring Bump Wills at second base. Come on, Bump Wills at second base. Again, not very good range, but he is pretty good on errors at second base. Brings Oliver in left field. Batting third. About an average fielder. Average arm. Buddy Bell, third base. He's an excellent fielder with good for the time, for the year, error chance. Alright, Rusty Staub DHing. And Pat Putnam at first. Johnny Grubb at right field. He's a pretty lousy fielder. Got poor arm, poor error, and poor range, but I guess he wanted his bat in there today. Jim Sundberg behind the plate. You don't see that often. He caught 151 games this season. And batting ninth is Pepe Frias at shortstop. And he's a pretty lousy fielder. High error chance, very low range. And on the mound, we will have John Matlack. Warm up, pitch to contact, so he's going to lose a lot of strikeouts to that. There's no automatic strikeouts. He'll have to earn them, so he'll probably get none. But he's going to also, with the control 4, he probably won't walk many. So, and he should be good for about 7 innings. We got to put his range and error 265 in the visitors tab, and flip it on over, and let's go for the home lineup for the Boston Red Sox. Rick Burleson will start at shortstop. Much better shortstop than Frias. Stapleton second base. Both of these are above average infielders there, so that should shore up the middle a little bit for the Red Sox. Batting third will be Fred Lynn in center field. Above average outfielder with a good arm. And of course we know about his bat. Tony Perez at first base. Below average fielder, but he has a good bat, and that's what the Red Sox are looking for there. Carlton Fisk will be catching. Good catcher. Not very good against stolen bases, though. A little below average. Alright, that'll bring up Carl Yastrzemski in left. He's about average. Doesn't commit any errors out there. Arm's getting a little weak at this point in his career. Alright, and that'll bring Dwight Evans in at right field. About average fielder there, also with a pretty potent bat. Butch Hobson will DH. And batting ninth will be Larry Wolf at third base. Larry Wolf Wolf only played 18 games this season, started 5, so you will not see his name appear very much. And he's got a very weak bat. Third base, 3-0 -3. And on the mound, Dennis Eckersley. Before Eck was the stellar receiver he turned into be, he was a decent starter. And his warm-up, he got swing and miss stuff, so any second die roll right here under 16 is going to be a strikeout for him. And he's got very good control, so he should not walk anybody. This should help his ERA tremendously today, and you see he's good for about 7 innings also. 345, we got to put that into the picture here on the home tab. And back over to the visitors, and I believe we are ready to start the game. So, make sure I've got everything in place here. And we're ready to go. Mickey Rivers will square off against Eckersley. Rivers is batting .339 in my replay. He's batted .333 in real life. And here goes the first pitch. We have a 19 shown, which would normally could be a walk, but Mickey Rivers does not walk much. He's a free swinger, and Eckersley would have had control 10 anyway, and that would have counteracted. So just touching the basics on the game and give you a little idea what's going on there. +1 means the guy does not walk much. But as you see, bump Wills up, that 19 would have called it into play. But as the second die here in the 16 was a 6, it's less than the control 10. That would not have been a walk anyway. So it is in that case a out or probable out, and 22 means it'll go to third base. So we have an out 5-3, no errors showing there, nothing special showing here. So just a simple ground ball to third base that the third baseman had to range pretty far for. That brings up Bump Wills. Bump Wills is batting .258 for the season. He's .263 in real life. Pitches up again, not within range. No strikeout, walk check 50. Puts us in the fly ball to left field chain. No errors, and we have an out to left field. Out F7. All right, brings up Al Oliver with 2 out. And Al Oliver's batting .285, and he's batted .319 in real life. And looky here, he gets probably the first hit of the game, and that 6 could be dangerous, and is. It's within his right field home run range. So we're going to come down here and click home run the fly ball. Put in right field 9. Pitcher's home run rate against the lefty is 4. So as we see up here, that remains a home run, and the arrow does not come into play. So Al Oliver touches Eck, and that's been Eck's problem this year. I'll move this back over here real quick so you guys can see his stats for the year so far. He's put in 97 2/3 innings. He's given up 15 home runs. So I'd say that's probably where a lot of his problems come from. 106 hits. He's been hit happy. On base, opponent's batting average is .274. Real life is .248, so he's just not getting a roll so far. He's up Buddy Bell, 2 out. And I check for the hit batter, no hit batter. That would have been off the pitcher's card, and he's a 1. And that's probably an out. 85 puts that in a liner to third base. And no errors to check or anything, so we have an L5. And the Rangers go down, but not before getting a run on the board. And that'll bring up the home team Red Sox. Burleson will start out batting .270. Real life is .278. John Matlack doing good, 8-5, 3.18 ERA. Look, see, he in real life was .368, so he's definitely overachieving. Opponent's batting average against was .287 in real life. He's right at .283, so he's doing pretty close. And the pitch. And it looks like we have a probable hit here. Check for the hit batsman first. No hit batsman. That came off the batter's card. He has a 1. 95 is greater than that number, so we're probably have a hit. It's not within the hit to out range for the ballpark. We do have an error showing, but it's not that's for non-hits. So we won't have to check any error. 67 for Burleson will be a single to center field, and that will remain a single. And we'll bring up Dave Stapleton with a man on base. That's Stapleton's batting 351. Real life was 321. He's a good hit and run batter, and Burleson's a pretty good runner. So we're just going to, if we have a green or a yellow box right here, we will go hit and run. It pitches up. We have a yellow. Hit and run is on. So if it is within there, he protects the runner. If it is above that and less than that, it's a runner's got to attempt to steal, minus 20. Now I use this as a bad lead, so they always have a bad lead. So we're going to hit the steal attempt. Runner's lead rating, we're going to give him a 0 so we get a bad lead. Oh, no, it says good lead. Yes, we're going to attempt to steal. Runner's still in base rate. Well, we'll take off 20 here, so it'll be 28. And he's stealing second. And he is caught stealing based on that 49 right there. So this time it does not work out as he swings for a pitch, misses it, and Burleson's caught out running. And so we put a caught stealing in. And so Stapleton gets another crack at the bat, this time without the advantage of men on base. And we see that things change a little bit when we do click that on base, as Dave Stapleton's not quite as good with men on base. Still a good batter all around. And we have a 7 and a 2. And the 2 is not low enough to be within the strikeout, automatic strikeout. He'd have to have a +2, such as Dwight Evans has here, but with that pitch to contact +2, that would not have been a strikeout anyway. So we have a 57, and we have an out to hit situation here. 57 goes ground ball to first base. That 6 is pretty close to the fielder, so this will more than likely be an out, but we will check it. Out to hit, 9, G. And as you see here, first base rate 2, range 3, hit 7 or less. We're looking for that down here where that green 16 is. And that's out. So the fielder runs him down on his own, and that's 2 down. Brings up Fred Lynn. And Fred Lynn is batting 234, way under his season average of 301. And he's not going to get it going on here either. So 13, it will be a probable out. 12 is within his K rate. But we have to add 10 or subtract 10 from his K rate, which, because of his pitch to contact, which makes it a -20, and he rolled a 20. So against this pitcher, it'll be impossible for him to strike out, and as long as that condition is in effect, which it cannot go away. And so he will fight the pitch off, and we will roll down here. And on the second die, 10 and the 36 will match that up against the game chart to see where that went. Game chart, it's a 1. That goes the pitcher to catcher. And we look at 14. That's on the pitcher's side, so he's out 1-3. And Rusty Staublin will come up for the Rangers, who find themselves up 1-0 after 1. And Well, this is going to be a probable out. Lots going on here. One's not within strike, but the 3 is within X. Okay, and he has swing and miss stuff, so we will not even look for anything else. Nothing else comes into play as the swing and miss stuff is on, and style goes down in strikeouts. Brings up Pat Putnam batting 250. In real life, he is 263. And he will be probably out. 77 is going to be a fly ball to right field. XE is only called into play when the ball hits the ground, so we will not check an error on that. So that's an F to 9. And that will bring up Johnny Grubb with 2 out. And he rolls, which will probably be an out to hit probability. We have several things going on here again. 33 will be to the center field, which will be shortstop or second base, and the odd number 3 means that'll be second base, and the range is real close, so we will check out the hit, but that'll probably be out. On top of that, we have Hustle showing up here. So, should he be out with all this going on, we also have to roll a D10 against his speed to see if he hustles the play out. Now, with Grubb having a speed of 2, that's highly unlikely, but we'll play it out. First, we check the out to hit, and that's 8G. And we see that the second base has a rate of 5. The range check is 1, so we really have a 0 chance. So he will be out. And we'll roll this down here, and the second D10, that 8, will, if it's 2 or less, he can hustle it out. Oh, and we have a 1, so Putnam somehow managed to hustle that out for an infield single. Yeah, make sure I played that right. I don't play as much as I like to anymore, so my memory doesn't always serve me the way I'd like it to. So, pardon me a second while I go in and check out my DSP rule book and double check hustle. Take but a couple of seconds here. So I say, I do believe my computer's doing an up check or a virus check, because everything's a little slow. Yeah, I will put this on pause while we do this. Alright, glad I looked that up. It's the D20, not the D10. And I was going to say, that's an awful good chance for him to get it. So the 11 is definitely not less than his speed. So he will now be out 4 to 3. Undo the single and redo out 4 to 3. And that is memory failing. Like I said, I don't get to play as much, so little things slip my mind sometimes, and I hate when that happens. Alright, that'll bring up Tony Perez. Nobody on. There'll be an out to hit chance. 66 is Glenn first base. 9G. And first base rate 2. Range check 3, be 7 or less again. So this time we see we got a hit as we got a 6 here. So the ball squirts by the first baseman in the right field, and Tony Perez gets a single. That brings up Carlton Fisk. I better double check just to be sure. That is out to hit 6 to right field. Oh boy. You see my computer's doing an update or something. This is strange today. Okay, out to hit would be a ground to the first baseman, and that was a 6, or a 5 rather. and out the hit shows as a single. So just clarification how you're supposed to do that. And that brings up Carlton Fisk. He's got a runner on first. Fisk is a decent hit and run, but Perez doesn't run very well at all, so we're not going to hit and run. We'll just bat away. Yeah, if the computer will let me. This has got to be some kind of an update. There we go. Carlton Fisk, good thing he hit away, will not strike out. He gets a probable hit. That 4 was within his home run to left field, so we must check home run again. Home run 7. Pitcher's home run rate against Fisk righty is -2. And as we see here, there is a home run, and because it went out of the park, we don't check that error. Carlton Fisk knocks his 11th of the year and ups Matlack's ERA a little while. And that will give the Red Sox a 2-1 lead. Bring up Yaz. Yaz batting .269, batted .275 real life. 19 is within his walk rate. And the 7 right here is not covered by the control 4, so Yaz will get a free base, which will bring up Dwight Evans with the runner on first. And Dwight Evans, not a hit and run man, and Yaz is not really a space stealer, so we will not hit and run again. And Matlack's found himself a little trouble this inning with 3 straight base runners. And he rolls a 19 again. And that home run really shook him up, because that 19 is within Evans' range, and again, that 5 is not within his control rate, and we don't check the error as this is a walk situation, and so he walks. Now, I will bring your attention to something else. This steal attempt, 7. I don't like stealing third much unless I have a proficient base runner out there. So we're not going to steal in this situation. But if it was just a runner on first, if that range 7 there is covers his question mark rating down here in the stolen base section, I would attempt a base steal in the wheels in motion rules, but I don't like stealing third with a very slow runner, so we're taking that out of the loop, because it's just, you wouldn't send Yastrzemski to steal third base. I don't care what the rules tell you. So with that being said, just so you know that shows up in another situation, we will use it. Butch Hobson, we will bat away, and Matlack is now against the ropes. 4 straight base runners, and he looks like he's going to weasel his way out of this one. Hobson strikes out a lot, so you take 10 off of this, makes him a -8. The 3 is within Matlack's strike range, and the 12 is above the -8, so he will, in this instance, strike out. So Hobson goes down on strikes. Larry Wolf. Larry Wolf is definitely not going to hit and run guy. With 1 out, he will try to bat away, and he's very poor batter, so his chance of getting anything here are really rough. He does not get a hit. We check his strikeouts and everything. We'll keep forgetting we don't need to do that yet, and he grounds out to the first baseman. With 1 out, we will have to check the double play. He grounds into double play on a C. Let's go to the base chart and ground out to first base. Is 11. We see here that it's a fielder's choice on anything but only on an A star. Everything else is a double play. And that 6 does give the runner a chance to break it up. So we're going to try a 3-6-3 double play with Evans trying to roll against his speed 3 to break it up. And does not happen. So it's 3-6-3 double play to end the inning. So Matlack gets his act together a little bit there after giving up 2 runs. And that brings up Jim Sundberg with nobody on against Eckersley, who settled down well in the last inning and continues to do so. 76 puts a fly ball to right field, pretty deep fly ball, so we're going to check fly ball to home run, and that remains a fly ball out. F9 brings up Pepe Frias, and he will not get a strikeout. I mean, not get a hit. 26 will be a ground ball to the shortstop. No errors or anything to check. Out 6-3. And Mickey Rivers will come up with his lofty batting average, and he will indeed get a hit, or probable hit. 69 for him is a single to right field, and nothing else to check there. No steal showing, so he won't attempt to steal with 2 outs. No hit and run's automatic, and Bump Wills will be probably out. 50 is a fly ball to left field, nothing else showing. Out F7. And down go the Rangers. That'll bring up Rick Burleson. And no wild pitch check because his bases are empty. 84 will be a fly ball to right field. Burleson goes down. And that'll bring up Dave Stapleton. Dave Stapleton grounded out his last time up. No walk because he's a +2 walk, which means he doesn't walk much. So 19 would only take effect on a like a Fred Lynn or somebody. He would have to have a 20 and a pitcher to be wild at least 2 for him to get a walk. So that'll be an out. And we're going to check strikeouts again. Stapleton's a -15, subtracting 10 is a -25, so he will not strike out. And we will check the main game chart again. 2. And 2 goes to the middle infielder, and we rolled a 12 on there, so we'll go to ball and play. And I always use, I actually don't need to, odd evens, evens being the shortstop, out 6-3, and down he goes. Fred Lynn will be up next. And Fred Lynn probably gets a hit here. 97 is a hit to an out check. So Fred Lynn gets the hit to center, left field. So we'll go single. 7. Left fielder range 3. Rate 3, range 3, out of 5 or less. And then you got to fly out as the die was a 1. So F7. As Lynn made a play for a hit, but the good fielding prevails. Now Oliver reeled it in. And after a good play in the field, now Oliver will come up and lead off the inning. He homered his last time up. That was his 11th homer of the year. And he's going to get another hit. And, whoa, barely missed getting another home run. 14's within his double. We checked to make sure it's not over the wall, but it did not. So he will just get a double to left field. And Oliver's working on a cycle here. That brings up Buddy Bell with 1 on. Eckersley needs to put the hammer down here. And he will not, as Buddy Bell comes up. 35, single to left field. We got to check that error. Outfield 7, no error. And pretty close to the fielder. I'm not going to attempt any more than 1 base, so we'll get a single. We'll have runners on first and third, and Rusty Staub up. So the Rangers are making their own little play here. And Rusty Staub will make it official. At 98, probable hit. 74 will be a single to 9. That's a deep one. Let's see if we can advance the runner to third. So single to 9, 18. That's, let's see, we're going from first wide 5 to the base runner speed. So we're going to look at Bell's speed. We'll click advanced runner right here, right field. That's a hit. Type of hit 1. Base runner speed will be Bell. 4 plus 5 is 9. And we're going to be looking at the fielder 4. Fielder's reactions 4, so he gets no adjustment there. That'll be 9. Add 12 is 21. Subtract 6 is 15. And I go on anything 15 or higher. So yes, we will try for third with Buddy Bell. And he is safe. As we rolled a 9 out of 15 chance. So Rangers tie it up, and Eckersley struggles again, and it brings up Putnam. And Putnam has a runners from first and third, and he will roll, and he also will put out a hit, and that'll be a double to center field. And it's close to the fielder, so we're not going to try anything extra, and he'll be content just to put the go-ahead run on. And Eckersley's struggling season continues. And that brings up Johnny Grubb with the runners on second and third. No outs. And he's dangerously close to going ineffective. One hit away, and there it is, 46. Johnny Grubb. That'll be a single to left field. Still, I don't think I'll try to take him home. That 6 isn't very good. Our center fielder's arm is 7, so yeah, we definitely won't try that. So it'll plate one more, and brings up Sundberg, and Rangers now lead it 4-2. And Eckersley's starting to look a little shaky out there, and manager's got some bullpen action going on. And he manages to pull an out, fly ball to center field. No error check because it did not touch the ground. 5, I don't think I want to try to send the runner on third. Putnam, his speed's not very good, and a fly ball to center field. 6, you see the range just isn't there to try it, so we'll just go out F8. And the runners hold. Alright, 1 out with Pepe Frias up. Runners on first and third. Probably out again. 35. That'll be, oh, this is dead ball. This is dead double play ball right here. Right to the second baseman. The 11's a 4 unassisted double play. 5 does give Grubb a chance to again run out and interfere with the double play. And Frias is deceased, so there's no chance for him to get a fielder's choice out of it. So we just roll the D20 and see if it's less than 2. And it is not. So it's a 4-3 double play. And Eckersley barely avoids going to ineffective status. But he finds himself down 4-2. And hopes for his team to get a little offense coming up here in the 4th. So Perez does not walk, does not get a hit. 79 will be a fly ball to right field, out F9. And that will bring up Carlton Fisk, probably out. 95, pop up, and that goes to, that'll be actually a pop up to the left fielder, P7. Check fly ball home run on that. Uh-oh. Is that, do we just check flies or do we check pop-ups too? Let me go to my handy dandy ball and play charts here. 20, left field 4. No, that's not deep enough. Fly balls only. So that's a shallow left field pop-up. That's what I thought. So we just got a P7. And otherwise that would have been a home run for All right, for Fisk, brings up Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski, oh, just a little bit different. He would have had a home run chance, but nope. That's a probable out, and 6 is within Matlock's strikeout range. Yastrzemski's a -8. At 10, -18. 17's not higher than that, so he'll fight off the pitch, put it in play. That'll go to 3. That's first base, and he'll be out 3 unassisted. All right, then that brings up Eckersley in the 5th inning, pitching against Mickey Rivers. And one more run and he goes ineffective. He gets probable out. 18 will go to third base. Check to third base for an error. No error on the play. Out 5-3. And that brings up Bump Wills. Bump Wills, probable out 3. No strikeout. 42. Grounded to first baseman. Out to hit. 9G. 5 or less will be an out, and we see that it's actually a hit. So, yeah. So, he gets we'll call that an infield single. Brings up Al Oliver. That's the kind of day or season it's been for Eckersley. Oliver, with wheels on, we'll try a hit and run again. If we get green, we did not. 76 is a hit, so no hit and runs on because of the pitch count. 53, that'll be a single to center field, just regular. Bump Wills is the 7, single to center field. Runner on first, no modification. Let's see whether we want him to advance or not, as the ball was hit pretty deep. Center fielder, again 7 arms, so probably are not going to run on him. Runner's speed is Bump Wills, 7. Fielder 5. Range 13, arm 7. He got a really good jump on it, so we're not even going to try. So we'll just get a single with runners advancing 1 base. Buddy Bell. Buddy Bell is going to retire Eckersley, I believe. That is a home run, the center field check. And Eckersley is going to have yet another poor inning, a poor outing, I believe. Yep, home run. And Bell plants his 11th of the season and puts the visiting Rangers up 7-0, and that will be the end of Eckersley's day. So let's get my pitching status up. Innings the 5th. And Bill Campbell will be called on to come out of the bullpen for the home team. New pitcher, Campbell does not bat. And that kind of went south in a hurry for the home team. And he had a good pregame roll too, so that's kind of, well, that's just what baseball is all about. I've had that before, where guys come out ineffective and they pitch better than a guy come out grooved, and that's what happens. All right, Rusty Staub will see whether he can keep it going against Bill Campbell. Bill Campbell's 1-0 in the season, 2.86 ERA. He does have a save, and he's pitched in 28 1/3 innings. And he's going to right away give up a hit. 73. Hit on Staub will be a single to center field, and we got to check for an error. No error on the play, so he just gets a single. We'll check that out. Steal attempt 2. Rusty Stallboney steals on a 7. Brings up Pat Putnam. Putnam's decent, but not great, and they're up by a lot, so we're not going to hit and run. And that will probably be an out, but we got an XE to show here. 85 would be a fly ball to right field, and as the ball did not touch the ground, we would not check the error, so that would be an F to 9 with the runner staying. And that brings up Johnny Grubb. Ditto on the hit and run, no hit and run, and he's going to walk. So Campbell's not faring much better than Eckersley did, and Sundberg comes up, and he's got 2 on base, and he will probably strike out, and does, as the 7's above his -2, and within the ones within Campbell's 11, so he will strike out. Sundberg strikes out to end the inning, and well, Red Sox come up in the bottom of the 5th, down 7-2. And Matt Lack is screaming away out here. He's really settled down after that one rough inning, retiring, getting 8 outs in a row, including the double play in the 2nd. And Dwight Evans will face him here, and he will get a probable out also. 35, ground ball to the second baseman, out 4-3. Brings up Butch Hobson. Hobson will also go out. 54, ground ball to the first baseman. First base shovels the pitcher, so that'll be out 3-1. And it brings up Larry Wolf, and he still has yet to get his first hit of the season, and does not get it here. 58 will be a fly ball to left field, and again they go down 1-2-3. That's just 3rd inning in a row. And that will bring up Pepe Frias for the Rangers, and Campbell's good for 2 innings at least, so he can stay in the game. Well, should be anyway. We have an out to hit chance here. 65 is fly ball to left field. We'll check that before anything. Hit of 3 or less, and we have an out. And because it did not check to touch the ground, we do not check for the error. Out F7. Brings up Mickey Rivers, and he will get a hit. No walk. 43 will be a single to left. Steal attempt 2. He's a 6. Brings up Bump Wills, runner on first. No hit and run because of the lead. And he will probably be out. 80. I'll be 86. Fly ball to right field. We'll check for a home run. No. And we'll also check for an error on the right fielder. No error. Out F9. Runner will not advance. Okay. Brings up Al Oliver. Al Oliver will, oh boy, he is just devastating with runners on base, and it shows up here in that very, very low control number. And Oliver will be getting another hit. 47, single to the left, 2 outs to 16. Rivers fast runner, he will advance to 3rd. Alright, that brings up Buddy Bell. And with 2 out, Buddy Bell will probably hit. 56. And single to center field. No error check because it's a single. And we're going to advance the runners only 1 because that will hit really close to the fielder. But another run comes in, and Campbell's ERA goes up a bit. I'm going to keep him in there, try and get this out, because bullpens in this area are slim, and pretty sure that the Rangers, we'll check our bullpen situation here. Texas Rangers, today is the 21st. So we have available Darwin, Hoff, John Henry Johnson, Kern, Lyle, and Medic, if he can possibly come in. So we got a decent bullpen. You know what? I don't know. Still a lot of ball game left. Campbell struggling out there. Let's bring in a pitcher. We know we got a bullpen. Hopefully they can do something, and maybe the offense will start spiking and they can recover this loss. So let's see who comes in. I'm going to bring Tom Bergmeyer in on the 6th inning, so we'll put new pitcher again. Bergmeyer does not bat. And Bergmeyer's not showing in my list here, so he must be just off the disabled list, because I've got to pull him out of my. Bear with me a second while I check everything out here. I must have missed a transaction. Oh no, I'm looking at Texas. It's Baltimore. Baltimore has available, yeah, Bergmeyer, who just came up from the minors, so I missed the transaction. Campbell, Lockwood, yeah, they still have a pretty good bullpen too. So let's continue to go through with that, and I will pull up my team sheet real quick and transfer Bergmeyer over. Let's do it this way. Oh, that's batters, Greg. There he is. Actually, we're going to Control X that here. On here we can do Control X's, Control V. Over here, let's just put him Control V. Control C. Control V. Come back over here. I'll save. Nope. Saving. It's automatically saving, so that's good. Nope. Alright, now we can Control C, bring in Bergmeyer. He's got inherited runners. We're going to warm him up. Control 3, put 7-0 in here. And now we're set. That's what happens when you don't take care of your transactions right. Bergmeyer, he was down for a little while, probably due to injuries. He's already pitched 34 innings this season. He's 0-1 with a 2.38 ERA and 14 saves. He's not going to get a save in this one. He's just hoping to stop the fire. He will be facing Rusty Staub with an inherited runners. He's a pretty damn good pitcher. You see his numbers go up drastically with inherited runners. And Rusty Staub with runners on base, he's pretty good with runners on base. So this is a matchup of key people here. With 2 outs, let's see who wins this battle. And it will be Bergmeyer. And he will make Staub fly to center field, but we got to check fly ball to home run. And it's a fly ball out. And we also got to check for an error because it's an E. So we got an outfield 8 and no error on the play. So long fly ball. Bergmeyer comes in to put out the fire. And that brings up Matlack against Burleson. Top of the 6th. Rangers lead 8-2. Game's quickly getting away from the Red Sox. They've got to do something. Bottom of the 6th inning. Not happening here is Burleson will fly to center field. Check the error again. No error on the play. Check home run again, as it's a pretty high number there. F19, nothing. And a fly ball to center field. Yeah, that's 20 for a possible home run anyway, so they wouldn't be even checked. Stapleton will come in, get a probable hit, 34. That'll be a single to left field. And that'll bring up Fred Lynn. Fred Lynn, good hit and run man. Kind of heavy bat, contact hitter. Stapleton runs decent. Try hit and run on a green to yellow because they're behind. Hit and runs on. Because it's over 50, it's business as usual, but there will not be a double play. 54, ground ball to first base. Runner advanced to second. Out, 3 unassisted. Did a hit and run, saves them at least there. Might have been a double play. Brings up Tony Perez with 2 outs. Looking to chop into that lead a little bit. And does not. And that'll be a ground ball to the third baseman. Out, 5-3. Brings up Pat Putnam against Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer should be good for 2 innings if things go well for him. Nope. And he gives up an early hit. 79, be a single to right field. Putnam's on base. A lot of hits for the Rangers in this game. 15 hits so far. Brings up Grubb. Grubb will probably be out. 2, strikeout, -3. Nope, fights off that. And that'll be ground ball to the third baseman. And with a runner on first and 11, that is a probable double play. Grubb, he wishes he did strike out as a C, so yes, that's a double play. The 2 does not allow them to try to break it up, so it's now grounded in the double play. 5-4-3. Tongue twister there. So Bergmeyer gets quick twin killing, and that'll bring up Sundberg. And Sundberg will ground out also to third base, and out, 5-3. And Bergmeyer comes in, shuts him down. Alright, Carlton Fisk in the bottom of the 7th. Matlack's last 3 inning. These guys start checking for tiring after this. 79 will be a hit for Fisk to right field. And we'll check for the error. No error on the play, single. So Fisk is hoping to get a little something started here. Yes, we're not hit and run. 27 will be a ground ball to the second baseman. 20 is no double play chance. Check for the error. 4, no error on the play. Out, 4-3. Runner advances. Usually, I mean, on 20, I know that he advances easy, but if you're not used to the rules, you want to check the ball and play charts for that, just to make sure. But I know it already, so that I do remember. Runner on second for Dwight Evans, and Dwight Evans will. See, here we go. This would, under normal circumstances, be a strikeout, as that 1 is less than his +2. But because of this pitch to contact, no Ks, that's written off. So we then ignore that, go down to the probable out, which is a 50, which is a ground ball to the second shortstop. And with 1 out, I will consult the ball and play chart, because that 10's pretty close to the fielder, and he may have held the runner. So, ground out to the shortstop, that's a 10. And as we see here, non-forced runners stay. So he will go nowhere, out, 6-3, and runner stays. And that will bring up Butch Hobson. And Hobson, again, will not... oh, he's actually going to strike out. Hobson's not going to get the hit. 2 minus 10 is minus 8, and the 11's higher than that, so Hobson will strike out. That brings up the Rangers in the top of the 8th. And that'll be Pepe Frias. Bergmeier's still good for another 2 batters yet. Oop, no walk, but he gives up the probable hit to Frias. And Frias will get 86 is a single to right field. Check for the error. Oh, I hit an extra key there. No error on play, so that'll just be a single. Frias steals on a 6. We have a 5 showing, but usually with a lead like this, I don't try any of the wheels and motions anyway. Mika Rivers is up, dangerous. Oh, inherited runner shouldn't be on either. 44 will be an out, probably. 11 was in his range, but with the minus 18, he fights off the pitch. That's a ground ball to the first base, and that 1 says he will advance. So out 3-1, and the runner advances. So 1 out brings up Bump Wills. The runner on second. Bump Wills will be probably out. 21 is a ground ball to third base. That one there, I'm pretty sure the runner does not advance on because it is third. Yes, stay. Nope. Runner advances because it's way away from the base on a 2. So there you have it. He's going to advance to third. And it'll be an out 5-3. He gets to play it. Cancel. Undo. Hitting the wrong button. And it shouldn't matter, but I like to do it right. Out 5-3. And he advances to third. So runner on third with 2 out. Brings up Al Oliver. And he's going to make him pay for it. 25 will be a double to right field. Nothing else to check. And oh, you know what? We were supposed to check for him being tired too. So yeah, they're in a roll of 8, 9, or 10 because he's a 2. Anything greater than 7, he's tired. No, he can stay in for at least an inning now. Buddy Bell. Do I want to keep him in? No, he's given up a run now, but in this game it's kind of hopeless. We want to save relievers for later, so we'll just go ahead and keep him in there. 33, probably out. 75, F to 8. Check for hit batter, no hit batter, out center field. Alright. In the bottom of the 8th, that brings up Larry Wolf. Now we know Larry Wolf is 0 for whatever, and we don't like that, so we're going to bring in and see who we can bring in as a pitch hitter against the left-hander. And for Boston, that will be Allenson, and now we'll overrule this if Allenson can't play third. And he can play third, so we will pinch hit Allenson, and he'll stay in for third base. Third base. Pinch hit Allenson. Alright, Allenson's batting .460 on the year. Matt Lack got a roll for tire, again the same thing. He's a starter though, so anything greater than 7 and he's tired. We have a 7, so he can stay in the game. Allenson batting .357 in real life, is batting .460. Here's the pitch. Allenson will walk as the control does not get covered. So Allenson comes in and draws a pinch hit, walk. Bringing up Rick Burleson. Allenson does not have good speed, but he can run on the bases pretty well. At this point, I don't think we want to hit and run because of the wide range of the deficit. So we'll just try to hit away. And a good thing, too. No, he would have protected the runner anyway, but now it'll be a probable out. 93. Pitcher catcher 18. That's deep pitcher. Pretty sure the runner advances. And yes, runner advances right there. So we go out 1-3 with the runner hitting second. And that brings up Dave Stapleton. And Stapleton will get a hit. 87. Single to right field with a 20. So good chance. Allenson. Single to right field. He's on second. No modification. Single to right. 9. Hit. 1. Allenson's speed is 3. Fielder 2. Got a poor reaction 7, so that's +5. Add that to the speed, which makes that 8. Range 13 is 21. Subtract 4 is 17. Yes, we'll try that. Oh! And I rolled a 20. So we have a single to right, and then the runner gunned at the plate. That was really good odds, and that's going to happen. So assist right field. I'd do it again. Put out catcher. And that's 2 down. With I'm going to give him a fielder's choice to put him on second. And Fred Lynn will get a possible no passed ball. Fred Lynn will get a possible hit. 966. That's a single to 8. And that will be a hit. So he singles. Runner would advance 1 base only. Oh, with 2 out. Yeah, we better try to advance the runner because the 2 out. Yeah, at 8 to the. So that's a single to 8. And we're going to add 8 to Stapleton's speed of 4, which makes him a 12. Fielder got a poor jump again. So we're going to add 4 to that, which is 16. 27 minus 8 is 19. So yeah, we'll try that. And this time he's safe. So they managed to score a run to make it an 9-3 game. And that leaves Fred Lynn there, and we'll actually give him a fielder's choice also to as the throw went home. And it brings up Perez. And Perez will probably strike out. Yes, barely. Perez strikes out. So despite the pitch to contact, Matlack's getting some strikes. That is ball score telling me I need to put the third baseman in. Wolf was replaced by Allenson. And okay, yes. So we go into the top of the 9th. Bergmeyer's been pitching good. Now the rules state that they can last based on runs and stuff, but I roll every inning just to see if they get tired. And once again, he can stay in the game. He's an A, so don't think he's given up enough. We'll double check everything just to make sure. A grade pitcher can always finish a 9-inning game. So I'll keep him in for a little bit longer here and try to finish the ninth with him. And he hasn't pitched horribly. He's given up a run, but the whole squad is, and I'd rather kind of keep the bullpen open for the next game in case. So Rusty Staub then will be facing Bergmeyer again, and he'll probably be out 24. Ground ball to third base, out 5-3, no errors. Alright, Pat Putnam. Pat Putnam probably out. We'll have to check it though. 36 is a ground ball to shortstop, out 6-3. 8G, and he's out 6-3. Fielder scoops it up and brings up Johnny Grubb. Johnny Grubb probably out again. 73, fly ball to center field, right there on him. We will check for an error. 8F, no chance for a hit. Out F8, out. And no error on the play. So Bergmeyer knuckles down and gives him the 8th, and Matlack will try for the complete game, facing off against Carlton Fisk. And I'll roll again for him. That's a 7, so he remains in the game. I believe, we'll double check it, he is a B. And a B pitcher can stay in the game 5 minus number of runs allowed. So he's given up 3 runs, so that's 2, plus stamina rating. So he can pitch a 9-inning game still. And if he gives up a run, I'll have to pull him. Carlton Fisk. Carlton Fisk will walk. And the manager's getting a little nervous, so there will be bullpen action. Brings up Yastrzemski. No hit and runs. Pass ball. Catcher blocks it. But Yaz gets the hit. 10 is within Yaz's home run rate, so we're going to check home run to fly ball. That's the right field. Pitcher's home run rate against a lefty is -4. And power type minus, and that is a home run. That'll be Yastrzemski's 13th of the year, and that will be all she wrote for Matlack. It was a good try, but not happening. So 9th inning, Rangers don't take a chance. They bring in Danny Darwin. And Darwin is 3-2 with 4 saves, 2.27 ERA. Warm up, control 9, so he has good control. Whoops, 3-0. Alright, so that'll bring up Darwin against Dwight Evans. Dwight Evans has a strong bat too. And it's 9-5 now. Hit batter, no hit batter, probably out. 95, pop up to the third baseman, out P5. Oh, that's 1 out. Brings up Butch Hobson. Butch Hobson's batting .234 on the season. He's a righty against a righty. He's a light hitter. And he's DH, and so we will pinch hit. Maybe we can get something going on here. Pinch hit against a righty. And for Boston, Allenson's already in, so we'll try Gary Hancock this time. Alright. Hancock comes in. And Hancock is batting .364 on the season, and he will go down meekly. 6-9. No strikeout. Fights off the pitch. Out 4-3. Oh, out 6-3. No, out 4-3. That's different. Goes to the second baseman on the 4. So there'll be 2 outs, and Allenson is up. And Allenson will not strike out. Oh, yes, he will strike out. Well, based on Darwin's 26 and the 19 being above his strikeout range. So Allenson strikes out to end the ball game. And brings the win to Matt Lack. And Eckersley will swallow the loss. We will look at the box score real quick. And we see that the Red Sox are now 40-50, and the Rangers are now getting close to 500 with 45-46. Matlock picks up his 9th win with a pretty good 8-inning performance, marred only by that 9th inning. Did get 4 walks with 3 strikeouts, and his ERA remains around 3.32. Eckersley, see, he got pounded pretty damn good again, and his ERA climbs to 5.60. He's lost 1-6, lost 8. So he's getting really roughed up. And that will be all she wrote. I want to thank you all for joining me, and happy rolling.